I know what's in this one. Storm case. Must be expensive because they charge a fortune. I fixed a couple of cuts on it before I opened it up, but I do know what's in this one. This one has a Telecaster with a sunken pickup, and it needs some tidying up. The strings are okay. Action's beautiful as normal for a Telecaster, but just this area here, and there's something missing from the covers, missing from it, which I might have, and this needs to be cleaned up. So let's get it onto the bench. Did he leave me any strings? Oh, he did. Do I need to replace the strings? No, I think I'll try not to replace the strings. What size of strings? Just a matter of interest. 11s. Okay, well, it's electric, it's a Fender, so 11s will be okay. Acoustics, you know what I'm like with acoustics. Right, okay, let's move that down. There's a couple of cuts on the back I might have to look at as well. Let me just look to see. A couple of little chunkies and things like that there. I'll try to tidy up. Oh, what's this? There's some staples coming through. I'll look at that just to see why. Okay, go there. Right, daylight's coming in. Maybe I'll just push the blind down a little bit because it's a sunny but very cold day today. And there you go. So, we've lost the cover. I'm going to look for that. I'm going to test the electrics first. Pickups far too low. What kind of Telecaster is this? Let me just bring you down a little touch. Telecaster with 2 pickups and a humbucker. Right, okay. Well, we'll have a good look at that and see how she's going. The neck is absolutely beautiful, and the rest of the body could be beautiful too. Just needs a bit of TLC. So I'm going to test the electrics just to make sure what we got. That's okay. Got an extra little switch there. I'm going to have to look this up. We've got nothing in the way of sound. Volume control is off. Make a difference, but maybe it's because the pickup is so buried down there, but the pickups are all too low for this guitar. But right, I like the Telecaster. The more I see it, the more I like it. No trem arm, beautiful. Trem arms are the bane of my life. So let's get stuck in and we'll look at this first. We'll get the strings off. Right, okay. Pause. Well, as you can see, when I got down to the strings, they were rotten. They were black. Not so much the high-end strings, but a couple of the lower strings were stinking. When I say stinking, I mean a little bit dirty. But you can actually see, if I put them in my hand, you can see how dirty they were. So I just chopped them off. Right, I'm going to test the neck now. F for Fender. And it's got a rocking motion. That means it's high in the middle. Means the truss rod's a bit tight. No, it's an extra large Allen key. I thought it was tiny because there was a little dot in the middle, but it's an extra large Allen key. Right, okay. So I'm going to loosen it off. It was an extra large Allen key. I'm going to loosen it off. The frets have got a little bit of dirt between them. Let's just try. Yes, that's it. Perfectly straight now, just that little bit of a quarter turn. Right, now we've got something to work with. So I'm going to tidy up the bench. Now that I've looked at this, in the case I actually found the pickup guard and most of the screws and one spring. Fortunately, I have a box of springs, and I'm pretty sure I can find a replacement spring for that one. But there's not much to show you in this except for me doing a cleanup on it and a setup on it and a fix of that. just in case, I'm going to put a little bit of shaving in there, just maybe not even, it looks like it's pretty good. So, but I'll let it run if anybody's interested in watching it being brought up to scratch. The pickup's too low and stuff like that there, you know, but I'll let it run. I may speed it up just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to get a little bit of TLC. Actually, there's a guy on YouTube playing one of these, and I'll see if I can get the music off it and play it in the background while I'm cleaning this up, because there's not a lot for you to see, but you might want to hear these guitars. Now this is a 2010 special edition Fender. You can't get them anymore because this is a special edition Fender. The humbuckers, three positions humbuckers, just can't get them. Now, trying to put a price on it, because a lot of people are interested in price. You buy one of these new, but they only have the old pickup there and no middle pickup. They're £1,300. Now they rave about this guitar because it's a special edition. It's got all these different sounds and phase inverters and stuff in it. Says it's the most intricate of the Fender Telecasters because it has such variations in tone. Now, if I was, I don't know, I would be guessing at a price, but I would think you'd probably be lucky to get away with paying £1,200 for this, even though you can get a new one. But £1,200 I think would be a fair price if this was being sold. It's not. It's for a person who plays it on stage, so he's not going to sell it. Well, not that I'm aware. There's an interesting thing. How do you adjust the height of that? You don't. You don't adjust the height of that. It's low, but I want it up. So we're going to do a little bit of investigation then to find out why that's fixed, because it feels like it's got a spring in it. So, screws. Let's take the screws off and have a look inside the Telecaster Special Edition. Now it's made out of pine, a pine body with a maple neck, a polyester gloss, which is shining like a star. What else can I remember about it? I can't remember much about it. It tells you the names of the pickups and everything here. So there's Fender Telecaster Special Editions being sold these days, but they're not like this. They don't have the variety of tone on them. Fender will tell you it does, but it doesn't, because this has got a humbucker. And they're always pretty powerful from Fender. Screws are well and truly tight. Let's see if they allow us to lift it up a bit to see where we are. Oh, they do. Oh, so you have to take this off to adjust it. It has springs on it as well. Okay, well, while it's off, MPS2MBK, yeah, that's right. Okay, let's bring this up a little bit. Doesn't need to be a lot. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Is it firm? It is. Right. Everything else looks good in there. A bit of liquid has gone into it, I see. Silver bar in, that needs to be cleaned. I'm going to pause while I clean this. That cleaned up nicely. It was all black gunk there. I think people put their palm on there where they're playing and you get all sorts of tarnishing and stain there. I put the one screw in, which is the one with the shorter spring, and it's doing a wonderful job. So now I got to go and find another screw like that, and I have to go search through my drawers. But I'm not going to clean that pickup until I've got it in position. I'm not going to clean that either. There's some sort of gunk on the body. I'll give that a little bit of a clean too, and then I'll clean up that. Right, as you can see, the screw arrived. £8 for that little screw there, and it wasn't the right screw. It was slightly wrong. It took a week and a half to arrive, and I had to make it the right screw by doing some finagling. But it's now doing the job, and it will do the job constantly. That won't come off, that little bit of rusty, tusty, scratchy, scrapey stuff. But all I have to do now, and there's not a lot that I have to do on this guitar. I could spend my life cleaning it, mind you, but that's up to the owner to clean it, and I hope he will. It's just a quick... This is a tool to the owner, because he's a musician. A magician. I'm the magician, he's a musician. Yeah. No. So I'm not going to waste my time doing a really big clean on it. What I will do, I'm going to scrub these frets, and contrary to what I normally do, I'm actually going to put some oil in the frets. And I tell you for why. Even though that's high gloss, the oil won't get through. But I'm seeing, I don't think you can see it there, but I'm seeing when I do the frets in there that there's some corrosion. You know, that green stuff that comes in between frets from the brass and all that. The frets are great. Don't need to do anything with them. There's one fret there with a little bit of it now that I say that, but that just needs a bit of cleaning. Right, okay. So I'm going to wash these frets now. Another thing I don't do often, oh, this becut my linoleum, I'm just going to do there, on that right there. But I want to get as much of that green corrosion stuff out of there as possible. Clean. Right, my next job is a little bit of oil. This is a nice Fender. It's a lovely Fender. One of the ones with lots of control and lots of tone choices. So I'm going to shut up now and speed through this. Where power? Where plug? Oh, pause! I can't find the plug. I've reached. Right. Some of these things are all test. Now, I moved my amp up high on a shelf, and I had to buy. It's got a kettle lead, but I had to buy a 90-degree kettle leak and I hadn't pushed it in properly. But I noticed there when I was bringing this down that it fell down. Now I'm going to have to do something about that because it could fall down someday and chip a guitar. So I think I'll probably keep this down somewhere low so I don't have to reach it down. Yeah, that's everything. So I'm going to quickly tune this and speed through this as well. Now you can see why I paused. Look at all the Allen keys I had to go through. It's a very, very fine Allen key. All this is for appearance sake, because I just don't like crooked looking intonators. They're all right. That far one is the same. It's a bit crooked, but that's all, you know. That doesn't make any difference to the intonation of a guitar. It just makes a difference to the appearance. Yeah, that's okay. Now let me just check the intonation again now that I did do some work on it. That'll do. Alright, now I'm going to give it a clean, tidy up and play a few chords on it and then send it back to Daddy. Ciao, ciao. There you are, a special little Telecaster. And I can't remember the name of or anything out there, but it's looking super. It's got fixed up. Daddy has fixed it up the way it should be fixed up and cleaned up and polished up, fret heights adjusted and pickups adjusted to the optimal position, and I'll give you a couple of chords. I got a comment the other day. How can you fix guitars if you can't play guitar? I do get the odd snarky comment, very rare. Usually it's a very nice community group, and if I do something stupid, they'll tell me politely. But this guy was all annoyed because I think what was it? Oh yeah, it was something to do about a guitar buzzing. It was actually my playing was the problem, not the guitar, but he insisted it was the guitar. And then I said to him, I'm a bad player. He says, well, how can you fix guitars if you can't play guitar? Anyway, there you go. Now I haven't, put that in the middle. I haven't, I have my amp set clean, nothing on it. And I have the guitar set at, I think, clean. But I don't know, these controls baffle me. I'm sure there's something important to them. I think it's probably to do with the back pickup, but it's a lovely sounding guitar. I presume he uses the 9s because he does a lot of bending on his strings. But it's a lovely little guitar and I do like it. It's a nice Fender. It's an expensive one. Would I have one Telecaster? I probably would have if I could afford it, but I can't. But this is going home now to Daddy. He's going to play it on stage and entertain people. Hey, Georgie girl. Georgie girl's knocked off stuff on my cover. But anyway, let's just listen to the back pickup. That one. bye-bye. Georgie girl was sitting behind me. I wonder why she moved. To knock things off my bench. Bye. Ah.